Ever wondered where the name Mexico comes from? It's a proper historical puzzle with clues stretching deep into the past. The story starts with a powerful group called the Mexica, the Aztecs, the last great empire in this land before the Spanish arrived. The name they gave themselves is the root of it all, a word wrapped in legend and language, a real linguistic dig. The most popular theory points to Nahuatl, Metzli, the moon, Zictli, navel or center, and the place suffix, combi. Put together, Mexico could poetically mean the place at the center of the moon. It may have referred to Tenochtitlan, built on an island in Lake Texcoco, shimmering waters making the city look like the moon's navel. It's a name that captures magic and mystery, a title worthy of a vibrant and ancient land. Another theory links Mexico to Mexitli, a legendary Mexica leader who guided a migration from Aztlan to the Valley of Mexico. It's a fascinating debate, but whichever you prefer, one thing is clear. The name is deeply indigenous. Long before Spanish galleons, this land had a rich identity, complex society, and a name echoing its own history. The perfect start to our exploration. When you think of the people of Mexico, what picture comes to mind? The reality is far more complex. Mexico is a melting pot, a country defined by incredible diversity. About 60% are mestizo, people of mixed European and indigenous heritage, born from the collision of worlds. Around 20 to 30% identify strongly with indigenous roots. Mexico is a nation of many nations. The government recognizes 68 distinct indigenous peoples, each with its own language, customs and worldview. Nahua of the Central Highlands, Maya of the Yucatan, Zapotecs and Mixtecs of Oaxaca, living cultures, not relics. Afro-Mexicanos have shaped regions through music and food for centuries. Communities of non-Spanish European descent, plus Lebanese, Middle Eastern and Asian immigrants enrich the mosaic. Dozens of languages are spoken, ancient rituals live alongside modern traditions. You can't define a single Mexican look, and that's the beauty of it. Long before the Spanish, this land was a cradle of civilization where empires rose and fell like the sun. It was a bustling world of cities, kings, and remarkable achievements. Among the earliest were the Olmecs on the Gulf Coast, city 1500 and 400 BC, a mother culture introducing monumental stone carving, complex calendars, and possibly writing. The Maya built powerful city-states, Tikal, Calakmul, brilliant astronomers and mathematicians who developed zero and an advanced writing system. Near modern Mexico City, Teotihuacan rose to global scale around 450 AD. Vast pyramids of the sun and moon, a metropolis of perhaps 125,000. Centuries later, the Aztecs named it Teotihuacan and believed it was the birthplace of the gods. The Mexica, or Aztecs, arrived in the 13th century and by omen of the eagle and snake on a cactus, founded Tenochtitlan. Through alliances and war, they built an empire from the Gulf to the Pacific. It was this world that Cortés encountered in 1519, built on millennia of civilization. The soul of Mexico lives in daily life and tradition. At the core is family, a multi-generational network of care. Respect, especially for elders, is foundational, reflected in language through the formality of usted and the familiarity of tú. Life moves at two tempos, urban hustle and an appreciation for moments. Manana prioritizes relationships over rigid deadlines. Mexican cuisine, a UNESCO-recognized heritage, is a regional tapestry built on corn, beans, and chiles. Oaxacan moles, Yucatan's achiote, coastal ceviche. Music is ever present. Iconic mariachi, accordion-driven norteño, Veracruz's Afro-Caribbean son jarocho on harps and small guitars. Art speaks boldly, from ancient murals to Rivera Orozco siqueiros, and folk arts like Puebla Talavera, Oaxacan alebrijes, and Taxco silver. Fiestas weave food, music, family, and faith, patron saint days with parades, fireworks, and traditional dance. Dia de los Muertos, November 1st and 2nd, is joyful remembrance. Ofrendas with marigolds, photos, and favorite foods welcome loved ones home. For centuries, wealth flowed from resources. Silver from Zacatecas and Guanajuato. And Mexico remains a top silver producer. Oil and gas, led by Pemex, added muscle. But a modern economy needs more than extraction. Manufacturing surged with NAFTA, now USMCA. Northern factories assemble cars, electronics, medical devices, and aerospace components for export. Mexico is a top auto exporter, home to plants from Volkswagen, Nissan, and General Motors. Challenges persist. Inequality, regional gaps with a thriving north and left behind rural south. A large informal sector sustains livelihoods but complicates taxation, planning, and social security. Reasons for optimism: a young population, a rising tech and services hub in Guadalajara, and robust tourism from ruins to beaches and festivals. Mexico bridges ancient depth and modern dynamism, a cultural anchor for the Spanish-speaking world. Its food, music, and art resonate globally, from tacos to mariachi, Rivera to Frida, Del Toro to Cuarón. Above all, Mexico's gift is resilience and joy, a legacy cast in sun and stone, color and song.